This is a Merrick Studios podcast. On this week's show,
I'm not afraid of AI because AI doesn't know what I'm going to say next. It only knows what I've said.
In 3, 2, 1.
I'm DJ Enuff.
I'm DJ Camilo.
I'm DJ Cast One.
And I'm Len Boogs, a.k.a. L Boogs. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone worldwide, this is the Heavy Hitter DJs Podcast. Yes, sir. Once again, we back at it. Another episode of the Heavy Hitter DJs Podcast. You know what I mean? DJ Enuff, El Presidente in the spot. International Club Kid, DJ Camilo. I'm the crowd mover, Len Boogs. And today, we welcome the American Dream. I always wanted to do that. Dream, welcome
Hey.
a hit maker. You ain't even got to say
My
that.
man is here.
You know what I mean? And we welcome you to
Yo,
the
that's
podcast.
the radio killer, my nigga. That's the radio killer.
My
The
God.
radio killer.
When, how you been,
Hey,
my
what
brother?
To the Heavy Hitters Podcast, baby.
Man, I've been really good, man. I have no complaints right now. I have this cane that everybody thinks is a fashion statement, but it's really not. It's literally because I tore my quad. You know, after you get over 40, you know, they'll let you know exactly what time it is.
Yeah, you gotta take it easy. You gotta
just
take
put it
easy.
like that.
You gotta take it easy,
Easy,
one
Dream.
time.
Easy.
No, you just got, no, I think the one concept that we didn't think about was, when you young, you don't fall unless you're just a clumsy person. You don't fall when you're young.
Nah.
So
Right,
nobody ever teaches us that you have to learn how to fall as you get old. Just fall down. Just fall.
Just
It's
hit the
okay.
ground.
You've been
Be
a
all
player
right.
for so long. It's okay. Just learn how to fall. Don't try to stop. That's when you get hurt. When you try to stop something from moving, that's when you get hurt. Just
There
fall
you go.
on down. You see those stairs? You're already going down the stairs. Just fall on down the stairs. Just keep on going.
That's
Why
what's
even
up,
try to stop it on your way down the stairs? And ladies and gentlemen, that was a 40-plus
Yeah.
advice of the day. You heard me, guys? Hey, Dream,
That's
man.
it. That's all I'm saying.
I want to say, man, you did your thing recently over there in the Bronx, man. You know what I mean? Like, that was beautiful.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, man. That was big. That was different.
right.
That was different. And it felt great.
Right, and I'm gonna ask you as an artist,
Go.
of course, you're in with the Carters, etc. Like as an artist, you're still a fan, even when this whole big thing was happening over the weekend in the Bronx with Jeezy and all that. Correct?
Of course. No, of course, man. Just the movement of and there's several of us that have this thing, we might like in that Pac line where we fight amongst each other, amongst all of us, there's no way, a black man does a thing like that at that height and you can't be a fan of it. There's just no
Right.
way you can't. I just wouldn't feel right. So of course I'm a fan. As soon as I even got the call, forget the whole part about coming on the stage, just period.
Right.
Just literally, yo, man, come up here. I want you to enjoy this with me. And to get that invite was the one thing. Man, it's just a blessing, man, to see somebody do it that big in person, like to watch even what I've watched. So you guys have seen way more than I have, but from even what I seen to just imagine being there, man, and just remember hearing Hove in 96, man, it's just, man, joy.
Right.
I'm so upset I missed that, man. I was watching from the sidelines and watching all legendary shit go down. I was like, wow. I'm from New York.
Bro.
I'm a J fan. I'm out there watching the whole movement go down. Amazing.
And I'll tell you,
Jeezy,
no matter.
Jeezy left his whole concert in Vegas.
I was right. Yo, Jeezy canceled this shit right to pull up on the concert. Like, holy shit.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. like a true Atlantan would. We just
That's dedication.
it's an Atlanta. No, man, that's Southern hospitality works everywhere.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
No, that's
Big
real.
bag.
That's real. He said, we're going to put the bag on hold for tonight because New York need me on that stage. And that was amazing, man. And then Dream now, we got this basically a part 2 of the project. What's the difference between the Dream then and this Dream now in 26 when it comes to the new project that you put out?
Oh, it's just experience, man. And the way I'm speaking about love is a lot different. The way I'm speaking about relationships is a lot different. I mean, you know how it is, man. The older you get, the wiser you get. you know, some of us, we still got friends that are knuckleheads. You know, they ain't learn
Right.
nothing. You
Right,
know,
right.
and we still love them to death because every crew needs a knucklehead, by the way. Make sure you got a knucklehead in your crew.
That's the
Right.
balance
You
right
That's
never
there,
a
man.
know when it's about to go down. Yeah, you got to be able to call a knucklehead and say, oh, cool, I got something for all that. I know how to fix that.
Right.
But no, on the other side of this, man, it's just we don't get through life without some type of direction. And I wanted to make sure whatever I've gone through, whether it be positive, in between, negative, facing, or looking like it is. And by the way, anything that you fail at, that's when you learn the most. And I always want to share what I learned the most, especially about these relationships and about my guys who are telling me certain stories, and just even from the other side, from having an amazing amount of conversation with women, and as you probably could tell based on the songs that I write, and just really coming to, and as the world changes, man, because the world change. Nobody thinks about that, man. You get yourself into a relationship, you know, when you're 20. It's just different when you're 35 and different when you're 45. It's just different. And it's because it's not just because of you and you're growing and you're learning things. It's the world also is changing. Even dating now. You know, you used to just walk up and holler at a girl. You'd probably get arrested hollering at a girl right now. Like literally.
And they
Hey,
come
what's
with
up, Shot? Hey, Shot, let me holler. Hey, Shot. I know you did. Beep, beep.
Evie is in the place now because she heard the dream pulled up on us. And
EVE, baby. I mean,
and Evie, now that you're according to the dream, this time around we're getting a more mature dream. We're getting a dream that actually thinks about what he's gonna say. I mean, 20 years ago he was just going hard. He was just going at it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got a question. You know, the dream earlier said, you know, he got to do things different now. It's a different time. He's grown.
right.
Things have changed. The future's here. Now, I want to talk real quick as a songwriter, a producer, AI. What are your thoughts? New AI songs, new production done by AI. It's like, you know, as a DJ, I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen in fucking 10 years to a DJ? You know what I'm saying? So you as a producer, songwriter, you know, what are your thoughts?
Pandora's box is a thing, right?
Yes,
Pandora's box. We opened it a long time ago, and it always starts the same way. Nobody cares. Nobody thinks it's gonna affect them.
Right.
That's how it starts. It's like started with MP3s, and all the labels was like, yo, this is not gonna affect us. And when it started affecting them, they started stealing more money from artists.
Yo,
that's a fact.
Ain't that fucked up?
Just telling you some facts here. So for me, AI, for a music standpoint, you know, it doesn't personally affect me as much because I kind of get the idea of how it's actually made. And I said this before these allegations started coming up about AI using songwriters beforehand to kind of build its own, like its own platform of how it's using certain things and putting songs together. And I remember talking to Tricky about this, and I said, I'm not afraid of AI because AI doesn't know what I'm going to say next.
Right.
It only knows what I've said.
Right.
And so that means you know all Dream records, you got all Timbaland records, you got all Neptune records, you have all JD, and you're putting them into this simulation to say, oh cool, now make me this sound. It's not making a sound from nothing. Nobody can make a sound from nothing. You're building it off of people.
Right.
You got to feed it. Right.
And so I knew at least that it was going to turn into this particular thing. I think Ye called it out at some particular point. It's just unfortunate that Pandora box thing. We think everything is cool. And sometimes things shouldn't be. You should just let people in because they get in. It's too many people in this kitchen that just don't belong in it.
Right.
And there you get the people who are the bad actors who are creating these things that don't even care about the art of music itself. It's literally to sell you an app so they can make money and then also still not pay us.
Right. That's a problem. That's the biggest problem.
That's it.
That's it. Now,
you know.
now, okay, that's AI. Now let's rewind it. This is a big DJ podcast. You started DJing ever? When you came up?
Oh man, when I was, by the way, don't even forget, I'm gonna tell you my first DJ story. Let me tell y'all something. I was 8 years old. My mom would say, yo, I need you to put together a list of which songs to play this Friday. Every Friday, my aunts, my uncles, everybody would come to my mom's house. She would go over there and they would have this time. Fish on Fridays. That's how it works as Black people in the South. I don't know how it works everywhere else, but that's how it works.
And you play cards, you do everything. Yeah.
There you go. We were playing spades, tonk, whatever you want to call it.
See, we had that in Brooklyn too.
There you go. So Friday was that day. You know, they get off work and they're going to stay up to like 1 a.m. And this one particular time, though, guys, I called myself getting ready beforehand. So I'm going to start on Wednesday to get ready for this fish thing on Friday.
Nice.
I took my mom's Salt-N-Pepa Push It vinyl.
I like it.
Yes, please.
And I was like, yeah, not only am I putting the track list together this week, I'm going to scratch these records because it looks so easy from the DJs that were doing it.
Right.
Man, I tore my mom's Salt-N-Pepa vinyl up so bad. She was so irate. I've never seen my mom this mad about music in my entire small life. That was the beginning and the end of my DJ career. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I deserve a trophy for this.
I was going to ask, what did that needle look like?
Deserve a trophy for this.
Mess up the needle? Did you, like, it must have been all torn.
Yeah, I broke the needle. Yeah, no, I broke the needle. That needle wasn't built for that, you know, but you're not taught that when you're young.
Right.
You're just like, yo, it's a needle here. I have 2 turntables. Like, put this one here. Got my grandfather's turntables, one on the other. I know how to actually patch the sound where it goes left to right. But that needle wasn't with it. I tore that needle down.
Right.
I was just in the carpet looking for that needle. And my mom was looking for my ass to whoop.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to just go and play basketball. I know she's not coming out here. I'm going to hide from her. That was it, guys. That's my DJ career.
That was your DJ career. And then from there on, songwriting, production.
Yeah, I did things that didn't require a needle.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I did.
It went the right way though.
It sure did.
It went the right way.
Hey, thank you.
Evie, so you got a lot of history with Dream. I need you to drop some gems. Like,
okay, I have great stories
what you got, Evie?
with Dream, and I have photographic evidence as well. So for those that don't know, by the way, my face might look familiar because I am the co-host of Two Mothers, One Ashe on our fantastic Merrick Studios network. So, you know, but I'm also
okay. Get it out there. Go ahead, mark it.
I'm also a 30-year music veteran, music executive. I'm a heavy hitter as well, so I have earned my place on this podcast.
Heavy hitters.
And so Dream was signed to Def Jam, and I was a VP of promotion at Def Jam at the time. And Dream kind of found his way to my office. You know, I was on the lower level. I definitely was not on L.A. Reid's floor. I was the floor below. And he would find his way
I want you to,
Evie,
I want you to say it again. I want you to say how very detailed I was about making sure that I saw everybody. I could have went to that floor and went to the house.
No, it's true. It's true.
Went to the floor, went to the house.
You would think that the dream, the American dream, would have access to L.A. Reid's credit card to eat whatever he wants to eat in New York City. But he would come walking into my office with bags of McDonald's, and he would be like, yo, E, I need a place to eat. And find his way on my couch, and we would sit there. We would talk about breaking his records and all the things. And so that's one of my favorite memories. And I have Polaroids. There was a phase there where anybody who came to the threshold of my office, I would take a Polaroid of them. So I know that Polaroid exists somewhere. It's not right in front of me, but one day I'll put it up on the internet to show folks that Dream and I have a nice long-standing history. I also have a really great story that I'm sure Dream never even heard this story before, because I did my best.
I don't know what she's talking about. I'm telling everybody in America right now. Everybody in America, because I know everybody's watching.
I have
no idea what she's getting ready to say. And
do
I
not
will stamp it at
like
the end. I swear.
Listen. So, Dream, I'm gonna confess to you right now. Big confession.
Oh boy.
So we did this R&B live to promote
I'm seeing someone.
Dream's album. We did this R&B live in order to promote Dream's current album at the time. And I had the bright idea of taking our baby acts and putting them on the stage to open for The Dream, who had certifiable platinum hits at this point, right? I just wanted this like super dope R&B night. This was what was living in my head. Well, going before The Dream was Luke James. I don't know if you guys know.
Luke James. Oh, that's my guy.
That guy got pipes. Luke James got pipes, right? So he goes up there. He's taking his stand.
Luke James is anointed by the gods. What are you talking? What are you talking about?
Listen,
Like,
Luke
Hold
James
on.
goes up
Finish the
there.
story.
Yo, he sings he was just like, fuck that. I got this stage. I'm gonna tear this bitch all the way down. Yo, he brought tears to people's eyes, this man up on that stage.
Wow.
So then he gets off stage, standing ovation the whole nine. Now it's Dream's turn. He's headlining. This is his show. He gets on that stage. He jumps on the mic. He goes, who the fuck put this nigga on before me? Yo, I ran to the back of the room and went like this.
by the way, so if you don't know me, that's how I give people their flowers.
Right.
Yo, that's the realest shit you said, my brother.
That's how I give you your flowers. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, put this nigga last.
Right.
like, you put this amazing ass nigga before me. Like, top, like zero.
Yeah.
And so I wanted people to understand. Like,
Great story, Evie. Great story.
Oh yeah, no, amazing story. I forgot that was Luke James. That was definitely Luke. And I just did a thing with him, like not the shop. Me and Luke James just did the shop together.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
podcast.
That's great.
So yeah, so for me, and I was very influential in making that whole beat. Him actually, I forget if it was 4. It was the album 4 around that time. Him actually being on that tour, opening up for her, like very influential in making sure that happened. So yeah, of course, love for voices, period. But yeah, I always try to get my flowers out, man, because when you're anointed and you got a thing that you do,
That's what's
I
up.
want you to do it. I don't care about, I'm gonna go out there like I got my Ralph Tresvant on, like I'm gonna do my this. You gonna bring Johnny Gill out. They're like, yo, what's going on right now? You gonna bring Johnny out here?
Dream, I wanted to ask you
amazing.
because you mentioned Beyonce, and you've had a really long-standing relationship with her, and it's almost it seems to me from the outside like she's one of your muses. Can you talk to me about the relationship? Can you talk to us about the relationship with her and from a creative standpoint? What does that look
Absolutely.
like?
I mean, absolutely. It's definitely a muse. It's in the wind, so to speak, of what the relationship is. It's like everywhere. It's all, of course you see what you see. The things with music and melody and all of those storytellings and everything that come with it are things you don't see. The connectivity when it makes sense. When these records make sense on, when they get on wax and they actually start to make sense and they just feel so cohesive and so put together, that means there's certain people in that crew that are put together in a certain type of way. And that's another thing about anointance, that word again. Like the relationship is anointed. I didn't make the relationship what it is. We met each other, and my first encounter would come from Hove. Hove was like, yo, I need you to write my wife a record.
That's what's up.
Like, absolutely. And that's how it happened.
Wow.
And ever since then, whether I'm utilized a lot, a little bit or whatever, the things that people don't see are still, all of those conversations are still the same.
And we'll be right back.
I'm Bun B. I'm a host and a co-owner at Merrick Studios, and we just took things to the next level. Merrick Studios Plus is live, so tap in at wearemerrickstudios.com, get 65% off, and don't just listen. Be a part of the show.
Master the art of lyricism with Pendulum Mink, the first school for rap. Learn elite techniques through immersive lessons, real-world exercises, and guidance from hip-hop icons. This is where MCs sharpen their skills and glow boldly on the mic. Ready to level up? Visit pendulummink.com and start your journey today.
And now, back to the show.
It's still happening, you know, day in and day out. I know when she wants to be bothered. I know when she doesn't want to be. I know what all of those things are because I know how I feel, and that's a certain type of connection that you just can't make that type of thing up.
How about Rihanna? Did that also come like through Hove, or was it?
No. Reeves was it was based off of that song. You know, you put a smash out in the world like Umbrella. You know, everybody want that joint. They're like, yo, I don't know who did it.
That shit there. Yeah.
Right.
Whoever that nigga is.
Yeah.
That be you, son. That be you.
That be you, sir. Bring that nigga to me.
Right.
Like, and so that record happened differently, but still, guys, I swear to you, it's nothing. You can't make something happen that's supposed to be happening that shit happen the same way you can't take it away. Mm-hmm. Even if the word eventually is a part of it, even if it happens down the road, you can't stop it. And that was something that was going to her, regardless of what we thought we were doing, regardless of what we thought the song would be. It's a perfect song for Rihanna. It was a perfect joint.
It really was.
And it changed lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit
and it
after
put a
hit
very
after hit after hit.
ad-lib out into the world. That Ella became Yes. And that became like a signature.
Well, you know where that came from, right?
No, tell us the story.
Tell me.
So the Ellas if you really from the hood and you working from the ground up, you would know that if you got Pro Tools and when you first get it, there's all of these plugins you could download. Now you could turn on one plug-in, but it makes the other one slow, or it just makes it, you have to just void it out. You're like, I can't use that plugin. So there were certain things like EQs and certain things I wanted to use, and I didn't want to use the reverb. So the delay. So instead of using the delay most of the time, I started being repetitive about whatever the last thing was that I said.
Right.
So Umbrella, Ella was just literally the actual me just being, I guess, AI in that minute. Right. being the delay, creating a delay of my own. And everybody's like, oh, that's a thing. And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Smart.
Wow.
Producers, you listening out there, up and coming?
Smart.
Wow. Dream, I got to ask you, up and coming producers, songwriters, do you, in 2026, you've been through so much. Do you have any words? Do you have any, we have a lot of DJs watching this and they're trying to be the next DJ Enuff, the next Camilo, the next Dream, any words to up and coming guys in the game?
The craft will outlive it all. The craft will outlive it all. Just as for sure, I'm sitting in this SL 600 from 1994. The craft of it, you can't get away from it. Right. Didn't cost all that much money. It didn't do that. It is what it is. You have to believe in the craft. When you do something great and you're doing something great, you got to keep doing it. Even when they paying you $30,000 for it, when they pay you $5,000 for it, they'll pay you $40,000 again. It's coming because the craft is what it is.
Keep pushing.
You can't knock it. When you know how to do a thing, specifically DJing is an art. It's an art form. So when you know that you have art in this world, there's no way that thing goes anywhere. It may go over there and be, you watch out. It's like the new sheriff in town. You're like, yeah, that's the sheriff, but he's not going to get nothing done. And now you just wait for us. Don't get rusty. Don't go sit on the bench and chill out. You get rusty, you come back in and get your ass handed to you. So 100%. Don't do that. But mostly, man, for anybody, especially DJing, man, it's not a lost art. It is art, and it's not going anywhere. It's just like anything else. As long as you guys take care of it and take care of those that are coming up and make people love it, just as for sure as those vinyls came back. It's like people want to feel something.
Right, and you got to keep going. And I guess most importantly, you got to also keep up with the times. Everything evolves. Times are changing quick, and technology just changing the whole game completely. So with DJs keeping up and producers and all that, just keeping up this motherfucking time because this shit is evolving quick, man. AI once again.
No, AI is definitely on everybody's ass, but I just still, when we look at the history of things that we love to see and want to do and wish we could experience, you know, you go to these museums, you're wishing you were in a time of that. The great thing about technology is so fast, it happens so quick that you're still able to do the thing that you love from the beginning. It's still in existence. It's not how it was when we came up, when we were young. We couldn't do those things anymore. That shit was really in the museum. It wasn't for play. It wasn't for show. It was done. That's it. There's an ancient flute from Africa. Cool. And that's it. Whoever played that one, kudos. Now, you just give it a little time. It's a fad. Mm-hmm. It's a fad in technology. Like everybody has an app. Everybody has a thing that they're doing. And if you just keep your craft on, doesn't mean the apps won't change. They're going to stay there. But, you know, it's like a toy for us. It's like grown people toys. It's technology.
Right.
So technology, you play with it a little bit, and then in a minute, it'll be on the shelf, and you'll say, man, I don't even want to hold my phone. Where's a club where they're actually playing live music and they're DJing and people are actually having a conversation? Where is that? Watch.
Right.
Yeah,
give it 3 years.
And you know, I get a woo-woo on my podcast, right? So I want to kind of shift the energy a little bit. You know, I'm here with all this masculine energy.
Woo-woo.
But I want to say that I receive what you're saying, Dream, because it is so appropriate right now. You know, and what I'm hearing is that the energy is what stays consistent, right? And creative energy is divine energy. And when you're tapped into that, you can cancel the noise, because that's what AI brings in: confusion, noise, just a disbelief in yourself and your connection to the divine energy. And so I want to repeat what you said, that DJing is an art. And motherfuckers are going to try to take you off your block. All you got to do is plug back into that creative divine energy that you possess that's gotten you to this point. A DJ Camilo, a DJ Enuff, a Dream, right? Like, and you block out the rest of that noise and watch how that divine energy will carry you forward into the future, because it's tied to the essence of who you are. Amen to that. Thank you.
All right. Wow.
Hallelujah.
Okay, Evie.
Hallelujah.
Okay, Evie.
Hallelujah.
All right.
Hey, Dream, speaking about the future nowadays, is there any artist that, you know,
that was hard, Evie.
Any new, you know, to me, new artists have to keep up and do a lot of homework. I turn around to my son all the time and be like, what do you like now? What are you listening to? Because he's always putting me on. You always got to listen to the young generation, right? So, I give you an example. He loves Playboy Cardi, right? Just give you an example. And
of course he does.
Right. And it takes
Shout
me
out to Playboy Cardi.
Shout out to Playboy Cardi, but it takes me a minute to like grasp that music and listen and say, what did he say here? What did he say? I ask my son all the time. But my question to you is there anybody that you're looking at like, wow, I'm digging this new sound, I'm digging this new kid, or this young artist, or this producer, songwriter, DJ?
But before I get to that, I answer the question about the thing. Hearing and trying to dissect what somebody's saying musically, and even the art in that thing, is language, right? A person doesn't have to say anything if they have a certain type of body language. You automatically know they're on some BS, or they actually saying, yo, what's up, man? There's this, the word language is the part that we're trying to use to separate certain youthful things that are happening, where they're just speaking a language to their audience of what it is. So like your son and mine's or whatever, and even I get it. Playboy works out of the studio in Atlanta. So for me, I know what that language is. I don't have to even guess what he's saying or who he's speaking to. That word is, I just want that to kind of, you know, kind of dive into your system for a minute. For the next 3 times you hear new guys that sound like you don't know what they're saying. You do. You know what they mean by it, and you know what the language is, because they're talking to us still. 1, 2. Brent is still my guy, man. Brent Fire is, and I know he's not like super new like that, but to me he is, because I feel like people are still discovering.
I agree.
Brent in a certain type of way. there's so many guys that come out. Olu from Earth Gang has a record that he's about to put out. It's amazing. He's over there with Gen G. Shout out to Gen G over there. Epic. Olu is really great. Really great artist.
You got that Olu?
I'm still on my Bryson joint still, and I know he's not super new, but I feel like he's turned a new. I don't know what it is, what he's doing lately, but he seems refreshed, and that's definitely what this game needs. There's like 40,000 people they put out like every day now, so I just kind of usually wait till it rises to a certain space for me,
right?
And that's usually my child. If Navy or one of the kids if I can hear something more than 9-10 times, I know that they must be popping.
Right.
Facts.
Of course. 100%.
I need to hear. I have to hear it over and over again. Then I'll know, like, oh, this person must have a hold. And it's hard getting a hold on my kids. They're hard. They're hard to crack.
Who their daddy is? What? Please.
Hey man, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? They hard to crack. You can't just play them something. They'll listen to it the first time because it's just in the algorithm or whatever the thing is. Like,
right.
Oh, cool.
Right.
But they're hard to crack when it comes to, I want you to live in my space at my house. Different type of thing.
Right.
And so I'm still, of course, Summer Walker, I picked her from the beginning though. She's almost getting into the veteran spot of herself at this particular point.
Yeah, she's fire. Yeah.
And I picked her before anybody even knew who she was. So and times were different. Back to that point again, guys. Times were different. And
Facts.
how you discover things, even for me, which is what lets me know that we're not all doing a great job of marketing certain people.
No.
Because nobody knows what people are doing or where they are, where to find them, and just a song coming on after another song is the dumbest thing ever. Like, you're not announcing anybody. That would be like, hey, let's do a show with 5 different acts on it, and they just all come up and sing a song, and nobody ever says who the fuck they are.
Right. Right.
That'd be the dumbest shit ever.
You know.
Hey, we're gonna say, hey, we got a bunch of DJs coming. Okay, cool. All you guys go up. Nobody ever says who. It's like, oh, I can tell the styles are different, but who's who? Because I want to get into who the person is and understand why they play what they play. The same way with artists, I want to understand why they sing what they sing and who they're talking about.
Right.
And where their idea of love comes from, or non-love comes from.
Right.
And when you don't announce it, that's marketing 101. You got to announce it.
That's right. I'm gonna let you know that, because if I say it, it's gonna come off as me being bitter, because I'm no longer in the label system. I'm no longer doing marketing and promotion like across an entire label roster. But when I tell you, I miss speaking to people, because I am on the management side now, so I'm still in the business, but just on the management side, and I speak to these label folks, and they don't know. They don't know about their artists. They're not sitting down on their couch eating McDonald's with their artists, just fucking having this little back and forth conversation to get to know who they are, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tout my little horn, because I've been quoted in the Wall Street Journal about how to break records, right? And yeah, just go ahead. You could Google my name and it'll come up. And what I said in that article was, like, it's imperative that you break an artist from their market, that you break them from home. And home has a larger, connotation to it. Home is who they are. You have to meet them where they are.
Language.
And bring them into the world with a narrative that requires language, clear language, affirmative language, confident language, and persuasive language. And that, my friends, is missing. But I'm not bitter. I'm just going behind Dream and saying what needs to be said.
That's it.
Well, I'm bitter, motherfucker. So check this out. No, I'm just kidding. No, Evie, we just rounded. It's just language. And if you don't know what my language is, that means you don't even know who to put me in front of. That means you don't even know who you're selling me to. It doesn't mean there's not 40 million of me. That means you have no idea how to get me to that particular person who understands me and what I'm saying.
That's right.
And that's incredibly. It's almost like it's the. I feel like how can I say this? The algorithm, in a way, is just so purely about numbers. You could tell it has no soul.
Yeah, it's a black.
It doesn't want to be connected.
It's a black hole. It has no energy. It has no structure. It's just a black hole. And you end up marketing and pushing literally into a vacuum, into a black hole, and just hoping that there's like sparks that will come from it. And that just it makes no sense to me whatsoever.
There you go.
It's a different time, girl. That's it. It's just a different time. We gotta,
girls and boys.
Whether you agree with the way they work records nowadays or not, it's a different time. Listen, I as a DJ, I still do the old school shit and go to a club when I'm off, just to sit by the wall and just listen to what the fuck else is popping that I'm not playing.
See, Camilo, you helping them out. Whenever you say old school, that's only some shit we do in the culture.
Right.
That's our problem.
That's our problem.
That's our problem. We say old school, and then that's why everybody talk crazy about Jay for no apparent reason.
It makes it irrelevant.
Because they want to use that word to say, oh, it's old school. Nobody walks into Smithsonian and talking about, oh, look at this old school art.
Right. I get that.
Nah.
I get that.
Listen,
so we have to control our own narrative in this culture. Because words don't hit the same as it would hit back. Back then, they say old school. It's endearing. It's not endearing now. I'm telling you from a songwriter standpoint. So when you say that word, it's like a lyric. That's a knife. You just cutting out a thing to say, cool, see, I told you.
Right.
It's obsolete when you say old school.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's language that
got the old school Air Force. You got the old school Air Force Ones on. No, these is
they classic.
Not the classic.
They stand the test of time. They're sustainable. They keep growing. Like I just posted up.
That's how they treat their stuff.
I just posted up.
That's how they treat their stuff.
About how important it is to create legacies, but sustainably. Like, how do you continue a legacy over decades? Well, the only way to do it is to do it sustainably, where it can move at a pace that you can keep up with, because that's counterintuitive to the algorithm. Right. And so it's going to naturally make you stand out because you're not going at this like laser speed into the black hole. You're actually stepping back and saying, it's okay that we can be comfortable at this pace and we can go ahead and continue to build. And no matter how small the building block is, you continue to build it. Let me tell you something. DJ Enuff built the heavy hitters. And it was brick by brick. It was bringing in a Camilo. It was bringing in me. It was bringing in all the other, family members that we have. And right now, we're not old school. We solid. We're sustainable. We're a powerhouse, right? Because we're not building a legacy in a vacuum. We're building a legacy brick by brick in reality, in right now. And you cancel out all the fucking noise that goes around that, that's just noise. That's static from the algorithm because they're trying to attach itself to you and it can't. Teflon, baby. So it's about sustainability and it's about building legacies. That's right.
Okay.
So,
I think this pod needs a little bit of more Evie every week.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
She don't hear crunk. I'm like, what's going on? I'm about to call Farrakhan or something. Like, what's going on? We need to get some marches going. I'm going to start marching in a minute.
Dream, I want to ask you a question because yesterday was my boo Chris Atlas's birthday. We're together 22 years.
Happy belated, Chris.
We're 22 years together in this business. Like, Chris has he has a bit of his own great, rapport out there in the music business. And it's been challenging. It's been amazing. But at the end of the day, he brings the best out of me. And I hope that I bring the best out of him. And you were quoted recently as saying that, you need your wife. Like it's more than just want, that she changed you cellularly, bit by bit. Can we talk about your lovely wife and the impact that she's had on your life?
change me bit by bit. I think you picked up a whole nother version of whatever the thing was.
Okay.
But I'm like, bit by bit, like I was on the street, nigga. What are you talking about? You sound crazy.
So fix.
I'll advise anybody to go back and look exactly at what I said. Like it's you need your person, period. It doesn't matter, wife, husband, it doesn't matter. On each side, you need your person to do the thing that they are meant to do in order for this thing to function at a very high level. Now, talent in some cases kind of shifts what the pendulum is, and it's kind of great. You have talent. Talent stays off certain things. While staving off of that thing, make sure you're in that relationship learning. And that's the only part you kind of require, because what you have access to and what your partner has access to may be different, which means you both know two different things. But just because somebody knows it, the things that they do in the dark, and which is what I applaud my wife on, is I'm going to get to know what this thing is so I can know it for us. You know all of these other things that are great. I'm going to stand over here to learn all the necessary, whether it's about publishing, whether it's about the rights afterwards, 20 years from now, whatever, these long-term goals. Not, oh, cool, yeah, what we having for dinner today? Yeah, it's cool. We're going to eat. We'll be fine eating. The knowing part. You need to know some things. And so that's what I applauded her on. It's not about, oh, she looks good and she looks great and she smells good. And like those things, back to my point of love, hate, and love, hate too, on the new album, are things you start to mature and understand. It isn't about the maturity of just acting a certain type of way. It's what you're understanding and what you're taking in, what you really respect about a person, especially a woman. Like, this is what I respect. I respect that you know more than what I know now, giving the time, versus, oh, we're here, you look cute, but you don't know anything.
Facts.
I'm still carrying this weight of knowing it all. There'll be days I wake up, I don't want to know. I want somebody to tell me what we're doing today.
Right.
And so when you've carried that for so long, you're looking for a partner that says, oh, you know what? You can take the day off. I know exactly what to do.
Right.
Matter of fact, take the week. Take your month. You need it. And so those things are what I'm in love with. And it's the things that's back to my point, in the wind. You don't see them.
Yeah.
But they must be there. They must be there if you're actually having an impact, especially having an impact still in this world.
Yo, Dream, I love your energy, bro.
Reacted to that enough.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, bro.
You was given a dream.
Because I got a real one, and I know my real one does the same shit for me, just like that. So shout out to my wife, and actually our anniversary is this weekend. So shout out to her.
Hey,
there you go.
Congratulations.
That's right.
Congratulations.
We'll just have a dinner, something light and simple.
Anniversary is your new birthday. I tell everybody.
That's it.
That's it. And I gotta big up all the wifeys that are down with DJs, because back to this, it ain't easy for a wifey to hold down a DJ when a DJ's out all fucking night at a party with all types of drinking and partying and going on. Wifey's back home, quiet. It's just not easy for a wifey to be with a DJ in that atmosphere. So big ups to all the wifeys out there holding DJs down, songwriters, artists, because artists go through the same thing, traveling, working, all kinds of toxic shit out there. You know what I'm saying?
And not only that, that's the part that you love the most, though, that I started to love the most, is the understanding that just because you're in that space doesn't mean you're not missing. I mean, that you're not missing a certain thing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You're missing first things that your daughter does,
right,
that your son does. You think I don't want to be there for that?
Yep.
Of course.
You don't think I want to wait? One of the best things I love to do is to wait in that carpool line. You may have gone to a point where you hate it. It's the best thing. Which Porsche am I pulling out today to get in this carpool line so I can get cursed out by the teacher saying it doesn't have a back seat? Oh, I cannot wait. It's a wonderful day. I love get on in here. Yeah, I know we don't have it because she'll be all right. Zoom. that special bond with your child, you know, those things, you know, could not. We all have to learn to enjoy what our job is.
That's right.
100%.
That's what we're talking about.
100%.
Enjoy what it is, because you may feel like you're bitter and you're tired of whatever that job is. Somebody's somewhere wishing, I wish all I had to do was wake up at that time, do that thing, and take my ass back to the house. Boy.
Man.
Right.
Yo,
Boy, I'd rather deal with those little people personalities than grown people personalities every day of my life. Those little, they don't get on my nerves. I think it's hilarious.
That's a fact.
She's gonna figure out how to get that cookie out of the top shelf of that pantry one way or another. And I'm gonna watch her on the camera climb to get it and say, I'm gonna have the best entertainment experience of my week watching this child navigate herself to the top of the pantry to get this Twix. This is amazing for me. I'm having a hell of a day.
That's it.
I applaud that so much, Dream. And thank you, Camilo, and thank you, Eve.
Perspective.
For bringing that perspective. You know, me and you've been on the same wavelength all day today, but it's a perspective. It's gratitude for your life. And I find that when you are devoid of gratitude, you become bitter because you have nothing to appreciate anymore. And so the one thing that we should all avoid in life is not having gratitude, not waking up every day and feeling great about sitting in the carpool line or, just whatever.
Feeling great about what we have to do. That's it. You don't have to say no more. Feeling great about I had to show up here. This is great. Hey man, go down there. I had to find the reason why I'm really here is because the service is so bad at the house. I feel bad about it. I made it look like some pimp shit. Y'all like, oh, look at Dream. I got his SL with the top down and stuff. I didn't eat this morning. I'm fine. I haven't ate today yet. I'm fine. I'm having a great time. I'm going to drive down here closer to where I know in East Hampton, where this right by church on Main, the best reception. I've never seen 5 bars out here ever. And I said, I'm going to drive to where I see 5 bars for my people. And make sure my service is studied.
What's up, brother?
That's what I did.
Dream, I appreciate facts. But looking for those 5 bars, make sure this is clean and clear. Thank you so much. Love and Hate is out right now.
Love Hate 2 is out right now. Go and get your gems. And by the way, I keep telling people, it'll be there forever. This is the one thing I do know about publishing and great songs. Just write it.
That's right.
Dream, could you please repeat that for the people in the back? Could you please remind people how this is not a fucking sprint? This is a motherfucking marathon. And this
music is going to be
paying you for the long run. Don't get it fucked up.
It'll be there forever. It'll be there forever. Some kid, by the way, will jump out and tell you about Purple Kisses better than you know. And you're like, what are you talking? I just discovered this. I'm putting it in my movie. I'm a director at XYZ, blah, blah, blah. How can we sync it? Oh, you don't have to ask nobody to sync my records. You got it. You just never know. You just got to put them into the universe. Don't let these people fool y'all about this thing that we do. This thing of ours.
That's right.
Dream, I recently gave you your flowers. We saw each other in LA at the BET Awards. And I took a moment because I think it's so important to tell people the effect that they had on your life. And I have one more little bouquet that I want to give you. So many people know that my son passed away 5 years ago. And he passed away at 26, and he was a true musician and a true connoisseur of music, all genres of music. And maybe like a year before he passed away, he started sending me like songs from your catalog. And my first response to my kids when they bring up music that I've worked, right? Whether they know that I've worked it or not. And I hit them back like, what you know about Dream? I hit them like, what you know about Dream?
What you know about this?
What you know about this? And, and we would have these incredible conversations about your music. And so I just want you to know that somewhere in the heavens, he carries the energy of your music with him. And then it lives there. It exists there somewhere.
That's love.
So I just wanted to share that with you. And I love
Bless
you
you.
so much. I love you to pieces. I always have. And man, can you give us the last word about this project, about your career, and anything else that you want folks to know?
Oh my God. Be good to each other. That's all I got. You're gonna fail. You're gonna succeed.
I love
Just
it.
be good. When
Yeah.
you see somebody down or they failed you, be good to them
Yep.
because you're gonna fail somebody, and you're gonna want them in that time. Like, don't jump on me.
That's it. That's it.
I like that. That's a
Thank
good
you,
way.
King.
That's
Thank
a great
you.
way to sign out, man.
Love.
Thank you, King.
Thank you for joining
Love.
us. Appreciate DJ. Enuff,
Heavy
of
hitter.
course, yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
And Evie joined us too. That's a big one.
Yeah, brought the girl. I look at a gangster.
Come on, Dream.
Thank you,
Man,
Drew. I
love you
appreciate
guys.
it.
Love you, E.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the Heavy Hitter DJs podcast, rate the show, and share it with someone who cares about the roots of what moves us. I'm the crowd mover, L Boogs.
I'm the big Spanish guy, DJ Enuff.
I'm DJ Camilo.
And I'm DJ Cast 1.
Heavy hitter, suckers.